We're out at Soundwave 2013. You're with MetalObsession. We are with the boys from Dragonforce. We've got Fred and Mark.
Hello.
Well, firstly, welcome to Australia and welcome to Soundwave.
Thank you. It's my first time here and you guys are awesome.
Thank you very much. That's my first time at Soundwave, but not the first time in Australia. But you guys are really bonzo. Awesome.
Bonzo, mate.
Bonzo.
It's truth.
There you go. So you've already picked up on some of the Australian lingo. Yeah. Any personal favourites early on in the piece? I guess more. Yeah.
I heard demonic. Someone from Brisbane said demonic is a good word. Bogans.
Bogans.
Sheila. I don't know. I don't know much, but it's funny. It sounds good.
Well, it's all good. Now the thing is, Dragonforce has toured here before. Obviously not as part of a festival like this, but you have toured in festivals in other parts of the world. Obviously through Europe, South America, all these kind of things. How does something like Soundwave compare to some of the bigger festivals around the place?
That's for you, I think, Fred.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it's well organized. It's pretty big. It's like really big. But it's it's well organized. It's just a different. People have different accents, really. But apart from that, it's very clean. Like as opposed to some festivals in Europe when it's more like muddy and everything. That's well organized, and we fly in between cities, and it's nice.
Yeah, well, you've kind of with Australia, you've kind of got no choice there because it's such a wide country. You have to fly over it instead of driving it all. Now, the fifth record, The Power Within, is out, and that's a fantastic record, by the way. Well done on that. It's also been getting some really, really great reviews around the place, so again, congratulations on this. Mark, this is the first record to feature yourself on it. So, compared to past vocals, everything like that, how did you approach the record? Was it written before you joined the band, or did you just contribute to the lyrics, or was it everyone together in one room and just bang it all out?
Well, I approached it as a guy who's never sung professionally on a CD ever. So basically, because I've never done any even demos or anything for my old bands, so it was just like going to the studio with Sam and occasionally Fred and Herman, and basically the music was written for me. There was just maybe one or two things that were changed, to suit my voice better, and a few things I showed Sam I could do that he didn't know. That kind of exploring what he can do with my instrument, basically. That sounded really dodgy, didn't it? Sorry, that was weird. But yeah, and basically, just went from there, really, working closely with Sam, who writes a lot of stuff, yeah. Okay,
and probably a question more so for Fred here, but Fred, the search for the new singer, how did that pan out? I mean, what did the search entail? Just in a few brief words on that one.
Well, it's difficult for me actually to talk about it because at that time it wasn't amazing in my life, my personal life. So the other guys took care of it, but I was not really paying attention. There's been auditions on YouTube, online auditions and whatnot. People sending videos, but I was not particularly paying attention. So I didn't see the whole process and the other people, the other guys in the band, selected. And I just paid attention towards the end when I started to wake up again. Just like, okay, let's do something with my life. And I heard Mark's voice, and I was just like, yeah, he's definitely good.
So Mark obviously stood out, against all the other things that come up on YouTube, which is good. Mark, what were you doing before Dragonforce?
I was actually working for BMW, the car manufacturer in England. I was also studying. I was right in the last year of my degree doing electronic engineering, so I still haven't finished. So one day maybe I'll go back. Yeah.
Oh, hopefully. Well, yeah. Hopefully yes, and hopefully no. We'll see. Or if you don't finish it, you haven't finished it for a good reason. Now, Dragonforce, that's one of those bands. It's been around for quite a few years now. It's also one of the bands that's kind of straddled the whole digital era. In terms of like when Dragonforce first came out, that's when the internet, YouTube, Facebook, and MySpace, all this kind of stuff really took off. So like I say, when I say straddled the era, it's like you've gone from the old era where you used to rely on record sales, everything like that, to the new era. How has the industry changed for you guys? What do you have to do differently nowadays compared to, I guess, in the past? Probably more so for Fred, given Mark's kind of new to the piece, everything like that. How have you had to change as an artist to adapt?
I don't really, as an artist, not really, because we keep, writing songs and playing them, going on tour. I guess the touring must be a bit more intense because that's how you get more money as opposed to get from the physical, the CDs and whatnot. But I don't know. I've heard like recently a lot of people saying that the what's the word, attention span, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Like people tend to really like scan through their iPod and go like click 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 click. So maybe not consciously, but maybe that's why the songs are slightly shorter. I don't know. Some people actually do really pay attention to these things. So far we're just like doing what we can do and what we know how, so.
And the thing is, with a band like Dragonforce, I mean, what does the writing process entail normally? I mean, is there one or two chief songwriters, or is it just everyone sitting in the room and putting the ideas together?
No, it's been Sam so far, who was doing pretty much everything, and then Vadim or myself would like come up with some song. But for the Power Within, I was more there. Like I spent much more time, like correcting this here and there. And for the new songs that we are writing right now, it's basically Sam and myself for all the songs. So that's how we do it, because it's and then we rehearse with everybody, and then everybody like brings a little a little contribution to the whole thing. But it starts mainly from one or two persons.
Yeah, but the thing with Dragonforce is, like, when you mention Dragonforce to the person on the street, they're going to think, okay, yeah, it's that very, very speedy kind of metal, very fast music. But the thing that sets Dragonforce aside from a lot of those bands is that, yes, the speed is there, it's a big part of the sound, it's a big element of it, but there's also a lot of melody in there. So what comes first for you guys?
I guess it's the melody, really, like something that you want to whistle, something that you have in your head. It depends. Like some songs we would actually like start by, oh, let's do something fast. So we know, let's do something faster than usually. So it depends. There's no magic formula to write a song. Sometimes it starts with just a melody. Sometimes with a rhythm. It depends. Yeah, but it has to be melodic anyway. It has to be. Melody has to be there at some point.
Yeah, exactly. So you always got to try to top what you've done in the past as well, whether it be with speed or melody or anything like that. The thing with a roster like this, like Soundwave, so many good bands playing on anything like that, there's a lot of downtime between shows in terms of, I mean, you got one show in one city, then probably your next show, if you're not doing headlining shows, everything like that, it's probably like 3 or 4 days later. What have you guys been doing in your downtime during your time here in Australia?
Well, actually, we've pretty much been. Well, we had 2 days off when we first got here because we were jet lagged, and then we started with the Brisbane show, Soundwave. Did another show, then we did our 2 side waves. Yep. So we were with the Sword doing our full headline set. So so far we've only had, how many days off have we had? We're actually able to explore, maybe 1, apart from the first one. So, for example, me and Vadim had a day off in actually, where was it? Melbourne. Yeah, Melbourne. We just went around. Yeah, because we were there for the headline show as well. Oh, okay. So we just like walked around, went to the zoo, saw a koala. Okay. I got to touch a kangaroo, and I saw a huntsman spider, so I was happy. Yeah. But apart from that, we've been pretty busy. Yeah,
the thing with Australia is if you see something and it looks like it can kill you, it probably can, and if it looks like it can't kill you, it probably can.
Actually, I was wondering about, huntsman spiders. I've only seen one in a zoo. Do you get them around, like, do they just like walk around and you see them, or?
They don't walk up the street or anything like that, but you see them at a house. I mean, I've got some in my garage and everything like this. So really? Yeah, that's why it's fun when I'm in the studio looking up and I see this big massive spider above my head. So.
A friend of mine had one in her house. She told me that she just like take a cup, like a cup and a piece of paper and just like let them out. But her brother forgot to do it, and the spider actually, there was like all the babies coming out and everything.
Oh man, we've got a problem with spiders in England and France.
Wrong country.
Yeah, we basically didn't get any spiders bigger than that. So now we're over here, we're just like, oh my god, there's going to be a spider on my foot. Yeah.
What are the plans for Dragonforce this year? I mean, the new album's out. You're obviously doing the Soundwave circuit. Are there plans to come back to Australia, do more like a headlining set or something?
To be honest, I haven't heard anything yet. But I mean, there's new stuff being organised for us every day, basically. So I'm hoping we can come back.
We will definitely, but maybe not for this album. I don't know. It's hard to tell right now, but we definitely come back. We're not gonna wait another. What was that, 5 years? Yeah. So maybe next year or so. It's too early to tell.
Now, Fred, the first I heard of you was in a French metal band called Heavenly. Yeah. How did all that come about? And I mean, do you still keep in touch with those guys? What are they up to nowadays?
I'm actually still playing with the original drummer and bass player, Pierre-Emmanuel and Max. We have a band together called Maladaptive, and we didn't release anything yet because I'm very busy with Dragonforce. So most of the time when I come back home, I don't really touch my guitar. But So we still play together, and I'm in touch with the others, not the singer, but we don't really hate each other. We just don't talk to each other. Yeah, but so that's that. Yeah, but that's how I met Herman, really, because he came to the show. We played with Symphony X in 2000 in Paris, and he flew from London to see the show, not to see Heavenly, to see Symphony X, right? And we just met in the audience. It was just, I saw you guys, and it was just, oh, cool, blah blah. That was love at first sight, really. So we kept in touch. We had the same label. And when Dragonforce got signed on Noise Records, it was Noise. We were just like, always in touch. And when the previous bass player left, they asked me if I would be there just as a session musician, because I play guitar, so they figured I could play bass. So that's how it started.
Always take a step down from guitar to bass. A bit harder the other way around, I guess. Speaking of Herman, a question I was going to ask is that Herman's really into his Brazilian jiu-jitsu and all this kind of stuff, and I was hoping to have a chat to him about this, but he's on Soundwave. He's got Duff McKagan here for his kickboxing. He's got Chris Jericho here for his wrestling. A cage match. Who do you guys think would win?
I know Herman would lose.
Yeah,
and
that's why you can't find him.
Yeah. He's avoiding these questions.
He's probably in a fetal position somewhere, hiding from Chris Jericho.
Yeah, Chris Jericho again with the walls of Jericho.
Yeah.
And that'd be it.
Oh, we saw Chris Jericho the other day, right?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
Hunky.
Yeah, hunky.
Oh, cool. And, well, I'm guessing that's probably about it from us. Is there anything you wanted to say to the viewers here at Metal Obsession?
Yeah, of course. Well, we're really happy to be here in Australia. It's cool for me. It's my first time to meet all the Australian fans. And yeah, thank you for liking us.
Yeah, thanks for your support. Hopefully we'll see you, like I said, not so in a very near future. And yeah, thanks for supporting us. Buy The Power Within. Buy 2 copies, one for your parents, or for yourself, or for your girlfriend, I don't know. But yeah, and hopefully see you soon.
Okay, and that's it. Thank you. Thanks to the guys from Dragonforce, and we hope to have you guys back here sooner rather than later. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot for that, Mark.
Thank you.
Thanks, Fred.
Thank you, man.